I love this brush and it makes it easy to achieve this look. Okay, I would use an angled brush sometimes, but it makes it a little hard for me. Maybe easier for other people. And do the same thing here. Get as close to the lash line as you can. Kind of curve it out a bit. Use like slight strokes. Yes. A little bit more here. I love this cream liner by e.l.f. It's very good and it's very, very inexpensive, but it works very well. Okay, that's perfect. I don't want to do too much brown. We're just doing a basic look today, so line a little bit more here and a little bit more right there. And ladies, get this brush. It's so easy to use cream liners with this brush. I absolutely love it. Next step is to line the lower lash. And my favorite eye pencil at the moment is Buxom's Call Me. I love it. But I love them all. I usually use CoverGirl as well. So you want to get as close to the lash line as you can. And this brush makes it so easy. You just glide it on. That's what I love. You don't have to tug and pull hard to draw a line. I love it. You just simply glide it on, getting it as close to the lash line as you possibly can. And you want to connect the line with the top line. You want to always make sure that's connected. And the kind of, well, we're going to do that step after we put our concealer. Okay, what I'm going to do now, let me take the blunt blush by MAC and I'm going to use my eye pencil and I'm going to just soften the lines a bit by using that in there. Just to kind of soften the hardness of the black. Do the same thing with this side. Okay, next step is using the concealer. I have dark rings around my eyes, so I'm going to use a concealer to correct that. And the concealer that I like using, I'm going to start with the under eye area, is MAC's concealer in NW45. I use different ones. I use Dermablend, I use MAC, Mercier, so it just depends. Today I'm going to use the MAC in the dark palette, NW45. And I'm going to take my blending brush, which is my 224 brush, and I'm going to dab some of that in the brush, and I'm going to start below the eye area, right in this area, and just blend up. And be careful not to blend too hard. That area is real delicate. And you're going to kind of form like a V. You're going to go on the side of the eye as well. And you're going to blend up. Start lower and just blend up. You're going to form a V shape in this area. And just blend that in there. Okay. Same thing on this side. You're going to start on the lower portion of the eye and blend up. And you're going to go alongside the nose. You're going to make sort of like a V shape. No, you're going to actually make a V shape. A little bit more. And a little bit more here. Like a V shape. Okay, we've done our NW45, and now I want to do some color correcting in some other areas. So I have darkness on the outer portion of my face, so I'm going to do some correcting there as well. A little mark right here. So when you're using a concealer, you're concealing all of those areas that may be a little darker, a little lighter. And around the mouth area, I have some dark areas there as well. So I've color corrected that. Now I want to go back and add a little bit more yellow to it. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use NW. No, I'm going to go ahead and let's try NC35. Let's do NC30. Yeah, we're going to add a little like this. So we're going to use NC30. And we're going to do the same thing we've done before, but we're just using a different color this time. I'm going to kind of like highlight the area or bring back a little coolness. And do the same thing. You're going to blend up. And you're going to form like a V shape. Blend that out. Do the same thing here. Okay, since we've done that, we've done the color correcting with our concealer. Now it's time to do the foundation. And today I'm going to mix two different foundations. I love doing this and I love the look of it. Sometimes I use different foundations. But today I'm going to use Bobbie Brown Stick Foundation in Almond, as well as MAC Studiofix Foundation in NW45. And all of the areas under the eye area, you're not going to use any foundation there. Okay, and the way I apply my Bobbie Brown foundation, I use a foundation brush. You can use a stippling brush too, but I love using the foundation brush, and I just blend it in with that. You can use a stippling brush, whatever works. That works for me. I love it, and I love using. I'm going to keep blending. You're going to keep blending. Make sure that you blend it everywhere, all over the face, with your foundation brush. And the foundation brush that I'm using, I have MAC foundation brushes. I have different foundation brushes, but I'm using the one today. It's a company called Vintage. I found this foundation brush at Marshall, and it's real good. I brought this a couple of years ago. And I love mixing those two foundations. I just did it one day and it looked fabulous. And I'm like, I've tried this all the time. And you don't want to neglect the neck area. For a lot of African American women, our neck color is a little different from the top portion. So I'm going to add some. On that area as well. You want everything to be uniform. Looks kind of funny when your neck is a different color from the rest of your body, so don't forget that area. And you want to blend it as well. Okay, everything is well blended. With the foundation brush, I want to go ahead and use my NW45 in MAC Studiofix. And I am going to use my stippling brush for that. And you can use the little the little powder puff that comes with it, but the stippling brush does a great job of blending it a little quicker. We've done that, and the next thing I am going to do is add powder to the area that we highlighted. And what I like doing under the concealed area, I love using the Select Sheer powder by MAC in NW43. So I am going to take my brush, and actually I'm going to use my 109 brush. I love using that brush to do that. And I'm just going to gently add some powder to that area. Sometimes I use my 217 brush too. Just depends, but I love this brush too. And it does a great job. But I'm going to go over it with my blending brush. 224, not 217, I'm sorry. Yeah, a little bit more precision with that brush. Same thing, just kind of like pat it down in that area. Just like this. Okay, we've done the powder. Now the next thing we want to do is highlighting and contouring. And I'm going to do some eyelashes as well, but I'm going to save that for last. Okay, we're going to do some contouring. And I love contouring. I have a full face, so I have cheekbones, but they're kind of hidden under there. So I have to use something to emphasize those a little bit more. I love using my Stila Shape and Shade Custom Contour Duo in Dark. My skin is brown, so a lot of contouring powders, they just kind of wash into my skin. But this one really works. And I love applying it with my Sephora, actually blush cream blush brush. But I use it for contouring. I love it. So I'm going to draw a slight line right here. And I'm going to do the same thing on this side. And the next thing you want to do is blend it out. And I love using my MAC 109 brush for that. Just back and forth. Kind of suck your face in. You want to kind of blend it out so you don't have any hard lines. You don't want to get rid of the product, but you want to kind of just blend it in with your skin where you can kind of see a highlight. I'm sorry, not a highlight, but you want to emphasize the cheek area. Highlight is lighter, so we're doing contouring right now. Same brush by Sephora. It is a blush control brush. I'm going to use that. See? Alright, next thing we're going to do is put a little blush there. We're going to add a little color. So I am going to use, which color we're going to use today? We're going to use Blunt. Smile and put it on the apples of the cheeks. And I'm going to also add a little pink in there as well. I'm going to use NARS Exhibit A. Yes, is that Exhibit A? No, that's Dolce Vita. Let's add a little, let's do a little NARS so we can add a little color. On the apples of the cheeks. And I'm going to blend that out. And we're going to add a little bit of Blunt to kind of soften that out a little. Make sure it's evenly distributed. And I'm going to use my big powder brush just to kind of soften it up a bit. And this is my Sephora powder brush. It's the precision powder brush. Okay. And the next thing we're going to do, we are going to contour the nose area. And I like using Blunt to do that as well. And I'm going to go with my 224 brush. I'm going to look straight ahead and you're going to go straight on the side of the nose. Draw a line on the sides of the nose. Straight ahead, because if not, you can come up with a crooked line and your nose is going to look crooked. And we don't want that. We're going to curve it. Just the size of the nose. That's to create a slimmer effect with the nose area. And we're going to use a highlighting concealer, my Stila, my same Stila kit. But instead of using the darker color, which was the contouring color, I'm using the lighter color right now to do the highlighting. And the nose has a slimmer effect already. And those colors work great for me. Sometimes it's hard for brown skin to find the right contouring and color because it just fades in with the color a lot of times. That's done, and now we're going to do lashes. And the key is when you're putting on lashes, you want to make sure that the glue becomes tacky and a little dry. So I would make a lot of mistakes and put lashes on with the glue still being wet, and it just made a mess. Just make sure that it kind of gets tacky and kind of sticky, and then you know you're ready to put on your lashes. let's put some mascara. And I love using the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara in black. Oh, and the lashes I used are by Salon Perfect in number what number is it? 110. No, 53. I like them. They look real natural. Let's put a little bit more. Okay, we're not quite done yet. I'm going to add some powder all over. Add a little bit more mascara. I'm going to add some translucent powder. And I love using Mercier translucent powder. I use different ones. I use MAC. I use Black Opal. But today I'm going to use Mercier. That's one of my favorites. It doesn't give your skin a dull cast like some of those powders can do. It just looks real natural and it gives it a vibrant look. Anytime you put powder on, you want to dust some off. You don't want to put too much. It'll make you look like a ghost. You don't want to look like a ghost. You still want to have a pretty, vibrant look. You don't want it too dull looking either. And when it washes it out, sometimes I go over that area, like the cheek area. We're going to do a little bit more contouring. So what's left on the brush. So it kind of washes away with the powder. And I just kind of used some of the excess I had from before. I'm going to do the same thing. Blend that so you don't want to have any of the harsh lines. And then sometimes I'm going in with my sleek contouring kit as well. We'll suck the cheeks in. And let's try a little sleek. I'm going to use a little bit of sleek. Slightly. Dust that off. I'm going to blend it out to make sure you don't have any harsh line. There's something there, but it's not a harsh line. So last but definitely not least, we're going to do some lip color. And I'm going to try this color by e.l.f. It's like a jumbo lip gloss stick. And it is in brown, in the nude. Let's do the lips. I'm going to use this jumbo pencil that I got from e.l.f. It's a jumbo pencil and the color is called In the Nude. So I'm going to line my lips first. And I'm going to use one of my favorite pencils by MAC. And it's a chestnut liner. It's called Max Chestnut Liner. That's the color. So you're gonna, and I have a perfect little cupid bow. So I'm gonna emphasize that today. Because he did like a nude look. So I want kind of like a nude pencil, so I'm gonna use this from Creme. And I'll line it here. Pucker together. And that completes the look for my basic makeup look. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.